Right, stream should be live, and let's do /close. And let's do /start. Okay. Let's hope that is working. Okay. Let's see if we can find one of the games that's going on right now. Let's watch Spore's game. Hello, hello, Dennis. How are you doing on this fine Friday day? Okay, there we go. Managed to pull it up. Okay, so let's see what our round one pairings are, first of all. I think some people will have a little bit of a bye. So we've got Dennis against El Loco. We've got Anto Classic against Cody LD. Burr versus Armor Captain, and Spore versus Shabam. I'm doing well. Glad to be of service, Ryanide, man. Hope you're doing well, and congrats again on your big tournament win recently. If Shabam doesn't come, I might have to start the... Might have to watch somebody else for the beginning here. Okay, I think we're gonna, let's watch you, Dennis. Oh, looks like somebody got inspired by Fraser's tournament and we were seeing a burn deck. Is that going to be a morphing jar? That's totally going to be a morphing... Oh, it's a Marshmallow. Okay. If this is Agents that Dennis is playing, it's one of the only decks that has a decent matchup against the Ojama tokens because you can sync them off. None of the other meta decks can sync them off. There comes a Lava Golem. You can't tribute those, I don't think. Can you tribute the tokens for a Lava Golem? I don't think you can. Oh no, tributed for a tribute summon. And Lava Golem's a special, so I'm pretty sure you can, right? Yeah, special summon. That's 1,000 burn off the big boy Golem. But Mateo will need some kind of card advantage because he is down quite a few cards. Just desserts or something is insane, because Dennis is already at 4,200. But we're going to need like a Hyperion or something to deal with the Marshmallow. There's a Veiler. Oh, we can make a Cataster. And you don't get them destroyed, so you don't take the burn damage from that. That's pretty big for Dennis. The only thing is there a magic cylinder in the back? Oh. Because magic cylinder would not be fun. And magic cylinder is at 3, and we have not seen the back row do anything else. Something like a Lance would be nice if Dennis has a Lance. I think we are seeing the fact that he is on Lance. There's a magic cylinder. That's a lot of burn damage. Considering that he'll take another 1,000 from the Acid Golem, this could just be game over. David, thank you so much. Great to have somebody from Mexico watching. Appreciate it. Always cool to see that people are tuning in from all over. This is this is not looking good for Dennis. One more Lava Golem turn and he is dead. And is there going to be another Magic Cylinder? No. There is not going to be another Magic Cylinder. I think if there were something... Okay, double tribute for Hyperion? For Christia. Okay. It's still a really, like, bad spot for Dennis, where pretty much any top deck Secret Barrel ends this game immediately. Legacy being used. And another back row set. If there's a Secret Barrel, that would be game. Just Desserts would not be game. But Chain Strike probably be game with nearly any chain link. Dimension Wall. Is there a copy of Forbidden Lance? Or is that it? There is no Lance, Dennis is cooked. If there is a Lance, he is somewhat safe. Nope. So that is game 1 to Mateo with Burn. I think Bluff Knock doing well with Burn has helped popularize Burn a bit more, which I'm not sure is something a lot of people will be happy about, but it is there. Let me get another tab open. So in between, we can just slightly tab to another game while these guys are siding. So Spore is on Psychics, and Shabam is on Hero Beat. Oh, Monster Reborn. For Gores, that's a big body. I guess Gores is hard to out, but I feel like Trooper also isn't bad in this case. Shabam's pretty low on life right now. Let's see if the other game started again. Yep. Okay, back to this. I'm gonna see Dennis set 1, set 2, set 3. It's kind of interesting as well because Venus burns yourself. In this scenario where you're going first and you can make a Gotchi, it's okay. But otherwise, it's kind of rough. Right? Because he's put himself down 1,500 life points immediately. And now it just Desserts will hit him for 1,500. Even with an overlay. You're also, like, exposing yourself to first turn Lava Golem, which is not great. So one of the better cards, but you don't want to like brick and not see your shine balls, or sorry, and see your shine balls later. Okay, he's passing on it Augusto Phoenix. That's a very aggressive line. I guess Phoenix is good because he can attack twice, so he was good. Phoenix was good. Now there's a big lava golem. Set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4. Is it going to be a set 5? Set 5. End phase roll decree. MST. That'll be big. Dust Tornado. He's picking this back row apart. This is not good for Mateo. Magic Cylinder's gone, and Secret Barrel is gone. And he's also making all these burn cards weaker by decreasing the amount of cards he has. Crazy thing is Ojama Trio double just desserts within the game. But the odds of that being the exact cards in rotation that did not get sniped are pretty low. I mean, if you have the Ojama Trio, I think you pop it now. Because then he's locked in the Shine Ball and the Acid Golem. Oh, I have lost connection. That is not good. What are the more niche ones that you're talking about, Ryanite? Like Marrowgeist and stuff like that, I find myself randomly making them in gadgets. I've also used like Kachikochi Dragon to kill somebody through a set armor. Just attack and then swing again. He's going for it. Well, there's beef happening. What's happening? Macro. Giga Brilliant because you needed a light? I feel like Giga Brilliant is one you make a lot of the time. It's like the 300 boost is significant. And decks like Chaos Dragon or even Wind Up, like dealing with a 2600 Shockmaster is way harder than dealing with a 2500 Shockmaster. You can't Fortress crash it, you can't Light Pulsar crash it. For Chaos Dragons, it's the same thing. A 2800 Light Pulsar cannot be like pumped over by a Pearl, cannot be pumped over by Fortress and crashed. That little boost, even like a Dark Flare, getting Dark Flare to 27, it's a big stat increase. Giga Brilliant's a very strong card. Okay. Yeah, the 6 Samurai monster makes Kageki big. And a lot of the good 6 Samurai players I've seen also use it with Gateway because it adds another 2 counters, right? So you can like Kizan, make that, detach, pump, get another 2 counters, so you get 6 counters off that alone. Add back a Kizan, special the Kizan, you're back at 4 counters, you can get another Kizan. This is a lot of damage. This game is not looking good for Mateo. I don't think I would have tributed the second Hyperion there. I think I would have done the damage and then maybe main phase 2 tributed the second Hyperion, because now you have no follow-up. Right? Like, that would have been a significant amount more damage. Would have been an extra 800 life. Set 1, set 2, set 3. I mean, the Hyperion, I think he's got 2 in there, so he can pop 2 cards. I think the only thing you're really terrified here is Dimensional Wall and Mirror Force, yeah. Okay, that's 1,000 burn. He needs something to stop 2 attacks here. Nope, we're going to game 3. Yeah, I mean, in Geargian is just like the best, right? I find the random time in Geargia where you go into like niche stuff is like Kachikochi and Fairy King Alberdic and all those things, because they're earths that you can make under like Gozen Match or something like that. But Roach is also sometimes made. Utopia is actually kind of obnoxious with a little extra deck removal, but I think in 90% of cases you make Big again, because it just gets your engine going, especially in the Machina version, because Gearframe is such a good card. This is not fun. Now you're gonna play the Is That a Morphing Jar game, Dennis. Yeah, dude, Venus is such a double-edged sword in this matchup. Is it the jar? No, it's the Marshmallow. That's 1,000 burn. I think Marshmallow's also 3 in this format. So. Do you just YOLO the Black Rose here? I mean, it negs you pretty hard, but it clears all of his monsters, and I doubt he plays Effect Negation. And even if he like Geometry was you, yeah, you're gonna take a bunch of damage, but at least you can try. I feel like the Black Rose is the way to go. I don't think they play like Torrential and stuff. I think you just Venus, pay 500, get out a Shine Ball, kaboom. Because if one of those back row isn't like very chainable, you're in a good spot. And as said, even if they do chain Ojometrio, they need like Ojometrio plus Desserts, because they are not going to. The Ojama tokens are level 2. Legacy is being used. Okay. Just Desserts, that's a decent chunk of damage. There's probably an accumulated fortune here. 3 Waboku. 4 accumulated, or 4 Chain Strike 5 accumulated. Okay, accumulated's there. 4 and Chain Strike 5? Chain Strike 5. So that's a decent chunk of damage. Right, that's 3,500, I believe. And he gets 3 cards. I mean, now things change, right? Now things change. Now, if you're Dennis and you have a Hyperion, you can kind of extend into this. You, like, pop the back row. Oh, but there's Wabaku. Yeah, I don't think you even extend into this. I don't know. Now it's an interesting thing. There wasn't one single back row that didn't really do anything there. I still feel like depending on your follow-up, a Black Rose is not a bad play. But... oh, I would not be paying yourself lower with Venus. That's risky. Because you can make like an 8. You can make like a Scrap Dragon pop and then just sit on the threat of having a Scrap Dragon. But I'm not sure about the second ball there. Unless you're going specifically for Scrap Dragon and then popping. Okay. What is this? 2... Is this Mistworm? Do you want to give him back a Marshmallow? Because you can't attack this turn. You're under Wabaku. I don't know what's happening here. That's... right, so at this point you have to pay another 500 if you want to get Scrap Dragon out. I feel like it's still not bad. If you're like committing to this already, you might as well commit to it. Because you gotta get, if that's a Morphing Jar, you just die. But this puts you so dangerously low for a copy of like Just Desserts. The good thing about Scrap Dragon is it negs yourself, right? Also, I would pop your monsters so you don't have enough for him to Lava Golem. Right? Use Earth, 3 Shine Balls, make a Scrap Dragon, pop the Venus, pop the set, leave him with the Marshmallow because you don't care about the Marshmallow, and then pop it next turn. Enemy controller, that works. Take the Marshmallow on, this is actually good. Now you can make the Scrap Dragon with 3/3/2, pop the set, leave yourself on Scrap Dragon plus the back row. That's pretty good. If you've got like an MST, you probably win the game from there. Oh, he is? What? Okay. I don't agree with this. Because now you put yourself 500 lower, and now you've got 2 monsters for Acid Golem. Like, before you were Acid Golem immune. Now you die to Acid Golem very hard. Unless you have a Christia. 1, 2, 3. I guess. Christia stops it. And then you have more ways to, like, protect your Christia. He does realize he doesn't have a battle phase, right? Okay, it was another Marshmallow on. If he did have a Christia, I think he just fucked himself. Well, I guess he can Hyperion Christia now, but then you get cooked by just desserts. He gets 2 pops, so if any of Mateo's cards are dead, like if any of those cards are like magic cylinders, and he's also put himself at 3, so his opponent cannot Geometrio him, which is kind of nice. Burr, if you won, you don't do anything. If you lost, you type /loss. And then type in who you lost to. But if you won, you don't have to do anything. Jar of Greed. Magic Cylinder. Christia should go back on top. Christia goes back on top. And this is scary when you're Dennis, because you're so low that, like, one Magic Cylinder Dimensional will just flat out kill you. Now you're off Christia pretty much for good. We're going to see a pass. New back row. Chain Wabaku. I guess this is pretty good. You're just plussing here every turn. Dennis needs like a card to summon or a card he can set to pop with Scrap Dragon. Like any monster, he can just pop a back row. Accumulated fortune, yeah, Mateo's in slightly a rough spot. Especially if this is like a cylinder. I don't see many ways for him to get back into this. But it's so close because Dennis is still so low. A geometry of just desserts? Or Ojama Trio. Oh, he changed the MST. He changed the MST. Was a dimension wall. Okay. I guess he's saving himself from dying this turn. And also pretty much saying I can like top deck a thing and then still be somewhat okay. This should be a decent chunk of damage though. But we are putting... Dennis is put in a spot where a top deck just desserts or a top deck secret barrel kills him. If Dennis draws like an MST or something for the end phase, this game is also done. But... alternatively, he can try and push for game and hope that isn't anything by using Scrap Dragon to pop a token and pop another token, and then dropping another Hyperion if he's got another Hyperion. Will Dennis set anything main phase 2? Is the main question. Yeah, tokens are 0 attack. Spore 1, Spore's playing against Hanzo, Jay's playing against Burr, Cody's playing against Brogan, and Ricky's playing against the winner of this match. Ricky probably is hoping that Dennis wins, so he doesn't have to play against Jane Byrne. No, he does not use Scrap. Or did he? No, he did not. He takes 300 when the tokens die, though, so that's a risky maneuver. Right? If he did it before, I can see it, but I think you literally just have to bank on your opponent not drawing a just desserts or drawing a secret barrel. If they draw like anything else, you win the game. Dennis does not have a trap. Oh, it's a straight pass back? Straight pass back. It's probably a Swift Scarecrow. Oh, not sure I agree with that. Because Swift Scarecrow is the main thing people pass on. Yeah, Swift Scarecrow. There it is. There she blows. And now you lose your ability to remove a copy of, like, Magic Cylinder or something by getting rid of your Scrap and your thing. I guess Dennis is probably used to Edison format where the main burn card is a Battle Fader. But, yeah. I think it's going to haunt him if he loses off a Mirror Force here. Or, sorry, loses off a Magic Cylinder. One Magic Cylinder and one D-Wall gone. So there are 2 of each of those. Oh, does he have a lance? Does Dennis have a lance? No lance. Oh, that is unfortunate for Dennis. Yeah, that's rough. If he leaves these 2 up, he wins the game. Let's check his hand. Dennis, I don't think you're unlucky. I just don't think you played that properly. I hate to say that, but if you keep your 2 monsters, you win that game. I think you had that one. Swift Scarecrow entirely replaces Battle Fader, Dennis, and it just like it changes your route, right? If he Battle Faders you there, you're still fine. He's got no resources, and the game's over the next turn, right? Because you can just pop the Battle Fader main phase too. It doesn't do anything. Ah. Swift Scarecrow almost entirely replaces Battle Fader in this format, which obviously is something that you have to get used to when you're playing the format, but oh, looks like we're seeing a big push here. 1100. Set 1 back row. Spore's got a lot of cards, man. Oh, he maxied. That's why. Roach. Okay. Spore, most notably, can still resolve a Psychic Jumper. He can take the Excalibur and he can punch. And if he's got like an MST or something, he's in a very good spot here. I think this is a very good matchup for Psychics usually. Like 1 back row here and a jumper, and you're in a pretty good spot. There's the MST. Dennis, this tournament is single elimination, indeed. This is just a small, quick Friday one. It's probably only going to go on for like an hour or so. It was a nice try, though. And don't worry about it. It happens to everybody. I've made tons of misplays that have cost me, like, tournaments and stuff as well. Happens to the best of us. Okay, we're going to see Card Trooper drop out. 1, 2, 3. Have a good one, Dennis. Sorry again. Nice try. You almost beat the burn. Damn, Spore's hand has to be pretty weak if that was all that was done. I mean, maybe there's a call. Call would make a big Tragodia right now, but... Emergency teleport. Wait, did he have that? I guess maybe he didn't have a psychic then? But... Which comes out. This is probably one you just pass on because you don't want to give him the witch. Set a back row, pass, witch will get banished. Another M-phase MST. Double edge leaves the field. Spore's at 1, 2, 3, 4 Earth, so he just needs one more. Card Trooper. One, two, three. Oh, that's a lot of Earths. I guess he can drop a Trag here. Take 100, drop a Trag. Swing over. Trag's fat. Not sure how well Sam's deal with that. Yeah, that's a big Trag. I'm not sure how Henso gets out of this. Maybe like 2 key zones? No, setting 1. This is not looking great for him. Mind control on the set. This just be game over if he's got a tuner. Likely is game over. 24 plus he just has to make something that's 16. There's the wizard. I mean, this is lethal on its own. There we go. And we're on to game 2. I said, I think Psychics have a pretty good Sam match, because you can just jump or take the Shien, and 6 Sam don't really love the floaters. They can play a lot of, like, D-Fisher or Macrocosmos and stuff to address the floatingness of the Psychics, but that's about it. Let's see what else is going on, if anybody else is done. Nope, I don't think anybody else is done yet. Let's watch another game while the other 2 are siding. I think this is going to decide who plays. No, Brogan is going to decide. Oh no, yeah, this is who plays the winner of that. So we're going to see Smoke Signal to start. Spore does not have like a Veiler or Maxi. This could get hairy. So we will have to see. There's a Rhoda, so there's the first turn Chien. Kiza. Or Kageki. And then he can normal, make a Chien. Oh, Maxi. That is never fun to see. So, Spore will just get a flat +1 off this. Oh, he's gonna pass. Okay. Just a 1-for-1, but no Shien is made. This can get really punished by Heavy Storm. But there's a Dark Hole. That works. Oh, Magatama. I guess he was safe from the Dark Hole regardless. Here's the wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. Hanzo's list is pretty solid. I do think Magatama is nice, because it just stops your Shein from being baited out once. Like, the main things that will bait out your Shein are, like, a Torrential or... Ooh. We're going to see the Grand Master hit the stage. Kind of good. Can get pretty punished by a Tragodia here. Are we going to see a Tragodia? Nope, no Tragodia. Takes 17 from Spore. We're going to see a Gorz. No Gorz either. The funny thing is Grandmaster is Earth. So if you take it, you can make like some weird Naturia thing. We're going to see a Set from Spore. And a back row as well. MST was sided in or kept in. I wonder what that back row is. I feel like setting E-Telly is almost never really the best play. Okay, we're gonna see yeah, the Elder come out. And Asceticism. So there is going to be a copy of Shein that hits the board. Yeah, I wonder what the set card was that he didn't, like, attempt to do anything into that. Here comes Shein. Or Naturia Beast, okay. Is it a rat? Giant rat goes pretty well. No, it's Witch. I'm surprised he set the E-Telly. I guess it's like playing around warning or something like that. But if you summon your Witch first and then activate the E-Telly, you're still not in a bad spot, and then you can't get I-Road. And you can just like take their Grandmaster, make a Black Rose, clear their whole board. But I don't think Spore's in a bad spot. If he's got another... Okay, he's going for Esper Girl. I was going to say, if he's got another, like, thing that he can use with Jumper, not bad, but... Is that set a double edge? Does he die? No. So Esper Girl will come out here. And he'll get a free card. He is also notably going to be at 5 Earths if he synchros with his Esper Girl. So, that's a thing. Are we going to see Big Daddy Grand Soil come out? What's it called would be insane right now. Okay, we're going to see Witch. We're going to see Sync for 5. For Catastor. Esper Girl's going to trigger and get him that free back row. I think the main question here is if you have a Grand Soil, do you greet it? Do you just drop the Grand Soil, or do you attack over the Naturia Beast and then main phase 2 try and Grand Soil? He's just passing on that. Okay. So there's probably not a Grand Soil. There's a smoke signal. He can make a 7, I believe. Right, with Kagamusha. You make a 7. Not sure what 7 you make. You make a 5. You can make his own Catastor and crash. Treacherous Trap Hole right now, maybe? I don't know. This is not looking great for Spore. Xian crashes. I forgot Xian just fucking donkeys on him. That's it. That's the game. I wonder if he did have a Grand Soil. Completely forgot about Xian being in dark there. Let's see if any other games are still taking place. Oh, never mind. I've lost connection there. These two are still siding. Another burn deck. It's burn decks all over. Oh, it's the Watt lock. So the winner of this will be playing either Jay or Burr playing Wattlock. Get Dragonflies. Jay is pretty low on life. Maestroke in defense. I mean, he can't copy 8 and make something with a Lava Golem. Okay, apparently there's a disagreement with Mateo and Ricky. Okay. Come on, guys. That's a lot of back row there. This is kind of funny. You take that and you can make a black rose. Do you attack first? I think you attack first, because if there's a Magatama behind here... I mean, the only thing is he can make a Barkion after, if you yeah, that can be pretty bad. If you have like a D prison, you can make Barkion with this. You do still get your free card, but... This is spicy if this goes through. Oh, Solemn Judgment is eaten. Although now Heavy Storm is free. And as soon as this Esper Girl leaves the field in any way, he gets this card. This looks pretty good for Spore so far. Maxi attacking over Esper Girl is kind of funny. Heavy Storm? That's pretty good. He's got 1, 2, 3 Earths. So if he's got like anything he can make here... While he's viewing opponent's graveyard, maybe he's got a... Maybe he's got a... Reborn? Reborn the Keyzon, summon a level 2, make like a Barkion. So it's Ricky against Brogan in the other semifinal. And Hanzo against Spore will play the winner of the J match. Oh, did he just double Maxi? Did he double maxi? Did I miss that? If he double maxied, you can't double maxi. That's a GG. Spore takes it. So Spore will be playing the winner of the J game, which I wonder if that's gone into game 3. It has. Let's watch this. Steel Swarm Roach has been made. Decree is pretty big. Decree is very big. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 Earths. Here comes Grandy Soil. For Fortress. I'm going to finish the end of this game, and then we're going to move on to the Ricky versus... Oh! That's an unfortunate Lava Golem, and Jay does not get a battle phase. So, Jen, are you Hanzo? Always a pleasure watching you play, man. Oh, one sec, I got a call. I gotta take this. Okay. I mean, Heliopolis here is actually pretty good. Maybe turn off the webcam group. There we go. Oh, Dark Hole. And Watt Cobra. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. And another Watt Cobra, so more damage on the line. This is a bit scary. Oh, Messenger of Peace. Oh no. Set 1. I think this is cooked. I think Watts might have this. Looked pretty good for Jay, but I guess. This is just like gonna spiral now. Right, because he's at 17, so 2 direct pokes and the game's done. That is it. Burr takes it with Watt Burn. So it's Watt Burn against Psychics. I think Psychics have a very good matchup there because they have access to Beast and Barkion that are revivable if they get Lava Golem. And let's check out the other match, the Ricky one. So they are already tied 1-1. Compulse on the Gigant in the draw phase. Card D and Gear Armor, so I think Brogan is on pure Gear if he's playing card. MST on the back row. Bottomless eats the dirt. Geargiano MK2 comes out. Brings back an armor. Special Summon Accelerator. Overlay. Gigant. Detach. For an Accelerator. 1023. Has Ricky used Heavy Storm? No Heavy Storm. Okay, we're going to see an MST on the new set. What is that going to be? A Call Haunted. And a Dark Hole. Alias comes out. Solemn Warning on the Alias. Set 1 from Ricky. Torrential. He's going to make another Gear Gain here, I think. Soul Silver Mountain. Okay. Call the Haunted Chain on Alias. Special Accelerator. Gemini Pearl. Is there an Honest? GG's. Good luck in finals. Brogan is in the finals against the winner of Spore. Against the other person. Oh boy. Psychics against Watburn. It's kind of funny because Psychics also play under Messenger of Peace really well. Witch and Giant Rat are both 1400. Guard Trooper can mill to 1400. Watt Cobra is a funny card. This thing's actually pretty good. See, Watt Giraffe, so after that attacks, no more cards or effects can be activated. I feel like if you just make a Barkion, you kind of cook this deck. But... and you just stay on the Barkion. You do not, like, extend any further than that. You're going to root for Spore? There you go. Is he going to be able to clear both things? He's thinking Torrential? Torrential feels not great. No, it's okay. Emergency Teleport. Maxi. Do you give him the extra draws? And go for the Barkion? Okay, Commander. Threatening Roar. Ooh. That's not great. So you're about to take 3,000 damage from all the little watts hitting into you. I do still think you have to Barkion Pass here. Just so their only real out to this board is a Lava Golem. The watts seem kind of spicy though, I'm not gonna lie. Seems kind of good. And Burr has like a million cards in hand right now. Bro, this is insane. Walk Cobra is actually a really good card. Okay, he's gonna Valor one of them. Okay, that's good. So he only gets 2 hits in. Spore is getting pretty low, but yeah. Already a few sets there. And Spore needs something to clear all of these watts, or he's not in a great spot. Okay, let's see. He's only got 2 Earths. Watch him hit to 3. Hit 3 Earths, and then Grand Soul, and then win. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Oh! Oh, does he have it? Oh, there's no Grand Soul. That would have been cinema. That would have been absolute cinema. Oh! This deck can play Honest. And he can't play cards for the rest of the turn? Oh no, by opponent's direct attack. Okay, so it's fine. That's just cooked? I thought that Barkion was going to town. Bro, this deck is spicy. I like this shit. That's exact lethal. Unless there's another Valor. Yep, that's lethal. I thought that would have not been a bad matchup. I guess. Never mind. They just don't interact with your floaters. That was wild. The Watt deck actually seems like legitimately decent with how slow the format is. The fact that you can use Honest with them is kind of hilarious. I did not expect that. I did not in a million years expect that Honest to come out. That was like an Uno reverse from you're in trouble to I'm just instantly win the game. Set 1 pass. Am I lagging? Not draw? What dragonfly? 900 to the dome. Do you drop a trag and then steal it? In phase MST? Oh. You can also take that and then just start gaining with Android if you've got like Jumper plus Commander. And we saw Spore is on Commander. So, Brogan, would you rather play against Watts or would you rather play against Psychics? Do you want to play against Burn? Oof. I think if you have the option, you give him the +1, disable the Watt Dragonfly with a Jumper, and then make a magical android. I think that's 100% worth it. 100% worth it. That's if you play a magical android. If you don't, you're probably sad. That's okay. Okay, we're seeing a witch. I don't know what the witch really does here. You ever seen it looking at extra deck? Yeah, if you have the jumper, I would have gone for the other play. Maybe there's like an armory arm behind there. That's gonna cost 1,000 life. He needs an armory arm. Oh, I'll be right back. 1 second, guys. All right, we are back. What did we miss? Okay, witch pop. Esper Girl for B +1. I think he's setting up for a big push. But damn, does Burr have a lot of cards. Esper Girl triggers. Let's see what he got. He got the Space Typhoon to answer the decree. That's big. Watt Dragonfly was added, so I guess he's not worried about that. Or he already has an out to the World Decree. I do wonder if they're still thinking. I was gonna say. Dark Hole. That's big. Okay, you did have the other MSD. Fossil Dyna. Pachycephalorio. That's 1,300 to the dome. And Messenger Piece. I wouldn't keep Messenger Piece in against Psychics. There are too many cards that just do not care. Like, at all. Hello, Hershey. How you doing? Who's the beautiful man in my chat? That's the question. As far as looking at his graveyard. MST on the background. Sol Morning, it's dirt. And here's what I mean. Like, the deck does not care about your Messenger Piece. There's so many things which just bop over it. Like, this deck plays 2 Card Trooper, 2 Rat, 3 Witch, E-Telly. It plays a lot of ways to just, like, not care about what your opponent's doing. Oh, we're going to see. Oh, dude, that's so good. You can proactively crash. I completely forgot about that. Just crash, special, out like a Watt Cobra or whatever the fuck. That's pretty good. If you ask me, that's pretty good. Then you get a +1 off this. Now you put your opponent on the chain of, oh no, my opponent is going to be getting a free guy every turn. See if there's any back row. And we were at 4 Earths. 1 back row. Set back there. commander. They both get under war. Okay. This is what I mean about the deck not caring about your Messenger of Peace. And Dark Hole is gone. I used Dark Hole already. New back row. It is still pretty good that you can just like poke with the Watt Cobra and get your ad, but he is definitely losing the battle of attrition right now because he is taking like 1800 every turn and then 1900 paying on top for the messenger. Monster Reborn for another Watt Cobra. Now he might not lose the battle of attrition. Oh! That's brutal. Oh, he's got a decree. Never mind, that's not brutal. That is brutal the opposite way around. That's going to put him to 2900 life. Utopia hits the board. That Tetris is dead water for the rest of the game. And Spore is 3 hits from Watt Giraffe / Watt Cobra away from death. Black Rose? Kaboom. Solemn Warning. That's pretty rough. Okay, there is an Avarice in there. Black Rose goes back. 2, 3. If only you could put back your Royal Decree. 4, 5 for the jumper. Heavy Storm plus Jumper wins. Plus like Jumper resolving effect. Wizard is out. Banishing Esper Girl. Oh, banishing Witch. Oh, shit. Okay. If he's got an E-Tel, he wins the game. No E-Telly. You're going to see a pass back. Starlight Road is pretty good in the format. I know a lot of the decks that like have something to lose play it. Like Dino Rabbit and stuff. Play it. That's a lot of aggro. This is a pretty close game. If it weren't for Decree being gone, that Treacherous would have been so good. But okay, he's taken the Watt Giraffe, so he can attack directly for game. I like the risk. GG. Kind of interested in what Spore had at the end there. He drew the commander. Swapping those. I feel like that's a bit... overzealous here. Like, you give your opponent like a +3, but... damn, this is so hard. Look at all that advantage. He played pretty well, though. He almost got out of it a few times. Messenger piece. This is 100% the right play. Ignoring that, punch that. Okay. Reborn draw is pretty strong, too. But just get a Watt Cobra, poke for 1,000. 4. Yeah, I gotta say, the Treacherous Trap Hole not being live hurts. Otherwise, it would have been a very good spot. Treacherous, yeah, that's rough. But that means Watts are in the final of our tournament, which is kind of crazy. We got Watts against Georgia. And we're already getting a Watt Giraffe poke. I kind of just want to see the end of this game. Utopia. It was a deep prison, and he had the honest, so I think that was the correct play. Just kind of got to go for it there. I feel like this can outpace the Watt deck pretty quickly. I feel like this is a little scary for Watts. Torrential Tribute hits the board. But card advantage definitely favors Brogan here. Brogan is already up like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 3. He's already up 2 cards. You're just gonna armor pass. You could just armor pass. Georgiano will get that, so that must mean he's got an accelerator in hand, right? Yeah, there's the accelerator. And now his loop is kind of going. Compulse. He will get the little guy, but he needs another accelerator to do much with the little guy. Alright, accelerator pumps. 1400. Set a back row, set another back row. And I think Brogan likes Call of the Haunted if that is the list. But Burr is very low on life. We're not on life on resources here. Because the accelerator, like, gets over nearly everything in Burr's deck. And Brogan still has 2 back row. He needs like a heavy storm. Watt Giraffe set like a deep prison. Otherwise, this might be a difficult game for him. Torrential Compulse, Watt Giraffe. Watt Giraffe's a fun card, man. Opponent can't activate any effects until the end of the turn. It does direct damage. And I think Brogan is on pure card curry. Accelerator's gonna get special summoned. Oh. And I think this might be the Geargian loop. Right? Geargian for accelerator again. Special accelerator, make another Geargian. Because I don't think Brogan's normaled. So he can do a lot of damage here. 23 plus 23 plus an arsenal. Or, God forbid, he's got another Geargian monster. Gemnite Pearl. 2,600. Call the Haunted for game. That's exact lethal. What a line by Brogan, man. What a line. Beautifully played. I think this is going to be a hard game for Burr to win. As I said, if you like roar Girgia, Girgia does not care. Girgia just gets advantage. Girgia will happily play behind your Messenger of Peace, play behind your floodgates. Because it'll thin its deck so fast you'll get to your MSTs and your answers very quickly. Dark Hole. Goodbye, Watt Dragonfly. That triggers. That's pretty good. That is a good floater. That's actually such a good floater. Okay, but floating into another Watt Dragonfly, that means that back row probably does not protect a Watt Cobra. This is a Girgia armor is just so strong against this deck. It's insanely strong. Wasn't there a weird lock Watts could do with I think it's a Watt Squirrel or something? Watt Squirrel or Watt something Watt. I'll be right back. I gotta do something. That armor eating us all morning is huge. And there's no end phase call of Haunted, so. We might have Watts taking the local today. We're going to see a copy of MK2. Thinking from Burr. Maxi. And you obviously do not want to attack into that Watt Dragonfly. Okay. That torrential goes pretty hard. Is there a Starlight Road or something to back it up? Is this a... Oh no, this is not a when you can. This is an if you can. That's insanely good. This shit does not miss timing. That's insane. Doesn't have to be sent to the graveyard either. It works under Macrocosmos. Okay. See another Solemn Warning being used. Using all those warnings puts yourself like dangerously low against Watts. Dangerously low. M phase MST on the new one. A Dust Tornado, okay. I do feel like Macro is kind of questionable against Pure Geargia. Because it's one of the decks that like does not mind Macrocosmos. I guess you turn off the Geargianos, but you need to see it very early. It also turns off his own Maxis. Out comes Cyber Dragon. And a Watt Cobra. Did Brogan slide into the juiciest Mirror Force of all time? That feels so bad. That does not feel nice. Oh, but if he plays a Chimera Tech, he can just use that Cyber Dragon. For free, dude. Let's see if BR4 has any back row here to protect himself. Bro, I'm hyped. Watts is doing well. MST on Macro. Summon Contact. To summon Contact, baby. 2K to the dome. Maybe there's a Reborn if he's looking at his graveyard. There's a Reborn. You can't fuse and off that Cyber Dragon, but you can't. Wait, no. No, guys. Oh, no. Yeah, you cannot Cyber Dragon a Chimera. Okay, we're seeing a tea set from Brogan to start game 3 of the finals. We're going to see a Cyber Dragon being special summoned. That's going to eat a bottomless. Interestingly enough, I feel like that's something you keep in specifically for Cyber Dragon. Just... oh, and there comes a Watt Cobra. So that'll be 1,000 damage and a plus. If Burr has a warning, he's actually not in a bad spot. This thing's a really good searcher as well. Just like direct attack, get another one. The fact it can grab itself is huge. Hello, hello, Peacock. We have Watts in the final. You're also a handsome young man, Peacock. It's the truth. Maxi is being dropped preemptively. Okay. Yes, you are enraged. You're both. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Okay, there's another 1,100 burn. And youth is subjective, right? To some of the ladies in the retirement home, you're like a child. 2 back row. The question is, are you brave and do you commit a second Watt Cobra into this back row? Watt Giraffe instead gets committed. See a thumbs up. I guess that does do a bit more damage. Okay, Compulse on the Watt Giraffe. And Watt Cobra strikes. Going to get a search. But that is not great for Burr, because that means we know that his hand has Watt Cobra, Watt Giraffe, and Watt Dragonfly. So 3 of his cards are not live back row. Dust Tornado on the set is rough. Macrocosmos. Comes the Accelerator. Here comes the big boy Arsenal. So Watt Cobra is pretty cool, obviously. As you said, you just get to add another Watt. Watt Giraffe means your opponent can't activate cards for the rest of the turn. And Watt Dragonfly floats into a Watt when it's destroyed by battle or card effect. And it doesn't miss timing. It's an if you can, not a when you can, like every other floater on the planet. We know 3 of Burr's cards are Watts. Not great. Another one of those. You can make triple Gear Gigant. That is a lot of Gear Gigants. Accelerator back. Special Accelerator again, I guess. Yes, sir. Interestingly enough, I think Kachi Kochi Dragon randomly represents lethal, but nobody plays Kachi Kochi Dragon, right? Kachi Kochi Dragon for game would be sick, but I don't think we're going to see a Kachi Kochi Dragon for game. Because Kachi Kochi, 22, punches this. Ooh. That's not nice. Shockmaster? Call monster effects. Oof. Oh no. That's game. Good line. I wonder if Burr did have Maxi, but congratulations to Brogan for winning today's tournament. He wins $20. And yeah, nice try from Burr. Cool to see the Watt stun in action. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Swallowed up, indeed, enraged. Swallowed up. But pretty good run making it to the finals of the tournament and taking a game off of Brogan as well. So yeah, good effort by him. GG's. Cool seeing the Watts, Burr. I'll post your list when I do the announcement for who won today. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you watching.